We got some rumors for you folks today and some news regarding the Detroit Lions. We signed a tight end. We're going to talk about him, what it means. DJ Chark had a press conference. We're going to break it down. Davante Adams traded out of the NFC North. And are the Lions making phone calls on wide receiver Robert Woods of the Los Angeles Rams? Finally, we're going to talk about Brad Holmes, the approach of free agency. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a real smart idea to stand underneath the space shuttle while it launches, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get burnt. Also, make sure you take that like button with you and let that bad boy get crispy. Let's get into today's Lions rumors. Talk about our newest wide receiver, DJ Chark, and he had a press conference yesterday. A lot of nuggets, a lot of things I like what he said. Said I had a few who wanted to do long-term deals, but it wasn't the right fit. This was the right fit. I'm happy about my decision. The games look completely different. I appreciated the hustle, the grit, the way they preserved and went trying games, winning games, and playing better. I truly appreciate the way the staff kept the team together and had faith in those guys. I know what it means to them, and I'm ready to be part of it. I feel like it's different, definitely different. I feel what I'm experiencing. DJ Chark, he definitely had a nice press conference, and him to actually turn down long-term deals to be part of the Detroit Lions for a one-year deal shows that he wanted to be here. He talked about how Agnew as well as Marvin Jones talked up Detroit, that this is a great city, and he would love it. Man, oh man, I tell you what, good signing. If he can stay healthy, it's definitely going to help out our offense. He has that personality of an individual who wants to be in Detroit. It's hard to find people who want to be here. And when you do find those people, like a Josh Reynolds, in this case, a DJ Chark, it is a good fit because you want to be able to build that culture just like he was explaining, and I agree with it. But you want to know what I also agree with? Getting to 21,000 subscribers. Right now we're at 20,891. We can get there, folks. I'm trying to ascend the totem pole of chat sports. I want to jump some of these channels. We're the Pride Nation. Let's get it done. Let's show these guys that we are the best fan base out there and we care about our team even though we sometimes are not that good. Last night, while I was live, the Detroit Lions made a signing. We signed a tight end. We needed a tight end. We needed to get a tight end number 2. Just another body in there to help out TJ Hockenson. We understand this. We've talked about it endlessly. But is this guy, Garrett Griffin, the man for the job? Let's look at his stats. Last year, nothing to hang your hat on. 4 receptions, 39 yards, 0 touchdowns, 9.8. You say, man, why did we even sign this guy? This guy's not getting open. This guy's not making big-time plays. That's not really what he's used for, folks. This guy is going to be more of the blocking tight end, used kind of an H-back type of player. That's kind of what we use here for the Detroit Lions. That's what Dan Campbell likes. He likes those gritty players, those individuals that like to block, not necessarily the big stats guy. So for me, it's okay, a good depth signing, okay. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to say it's a terrible signing. I'm not going to say it's a great signing. I'm not going to say it's going to elevate this team. It's a depth player, and I always look for gritty. I think that's perfectly fine, getting those type of guys for the Detroit Lions. So, okay at the signing. I still think the Detroit Lions can look towards getting a tight end in the draft, a more of a pass-catching tight end. I know we got Brock back there. I still think we need to get a little bit better at the depth and have these guys fight it out. If they get one in the draft, I would suggest nothing early. 6th, 7th round tight end. We got 2 7th-round picks. Maybe throw one of those at a tight end. And, I mean, there's a lot of big-bodied tight ends in there for the red zone. This is not that type of guy. This is the more gritty guy, and that's perfectly fine for sure. Now, a lot of people are upset that the Detroit Lions are not signing everybody out there for this football team. We're not Jacksonville Jaguars signing big-time contracts to big players. I understand actually both sides here because to me, signing Tim Boyle and David Blau was kind of dumb. my opinion, they're not the future of this team. Tim Boyle, to me, is just not a good backup. You can have other options out there to get a better backup. You may have to spend a little bit more, but we've seen what happens when a quarterback goes down, star quarterback goes down, you lose. We've seen it with Jared Goff, lost. We lost when Tim Boyle was in the lineup. It was awful. And for me to even bring back David Blau is kind of pointless. We all know he's not the future of this team. If they're just using him as an arm for training camp, I have no problem with it. I think the Lions still need to get another quarterback to compete. It's at least a backup against David Blau. You can get one in the draft. That's my gripe there. But regarding getting all big free agents and high-priced individuals, I'm not going to complain too much about that. We've done that in the past regarding the Detroit Lions getting free agents that can really big contracts that you suspect that they're going to make a big contribution towards our team, and it never has worked out. So I'm okay with that philosophy. We still need to get help at the safety position. I would like the Lions to go ahead and get somebody out there to help in that spot. So it's just we're on day 4 now of free agency. We'll wait and see what they continue to do. We're definitely going to talk about trades and all sorts of stuff. But right now, I'm even keel. Let me know what you guys think on Brad Holmes' free agency. Should the Detroit Lions trade for wide receiver Robert Woods? After the Rams picked up Allen Robinson, apparently Woods is available for trade, and the Detroit Lions did make a phone call on it per rumor. Let me know in the comment section, would you trade for Robert Woods? This is the pinned comment for this video. Why for yes and for no. Before we get to Woods, though, let's go ahead and talk about Davante Adams leaving the NFC North. This is big-time news for the Detroit Lions, for the rest of the NFC North. Davante Adams leaving. He's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers wanted him to be back. He wanted the band back together. But guess what? Aaron Rodgers, your weapon is no longer here. Now, the Green Bay Packers got a first and a second round pick for Davante Adams. I do suspect that Green Bay will sign a wide receiver or draft a wide receiver both in free agency potentially and draft one in the draft, probably with one of their first round picks. So I suspect they're definitely going to get better at that position. But does it mean it's actually better? No. Davante Adams is a number one, bona fide one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Great connection with Aaron Rodgers. It takes some time to get a rookie wide receiver to get on track. So I think the Packers hurt themselves a little bit here, and I'm really happy Adams is no longer a Green Bay Packer. Really important to see the NFC North teams get worse to help out the Detroit Lions. Now, does this mean that the Detroit Lions are going to go 2-0 versus the Green Bay Packers? No. I still think it's harder for the Lions to win a football game, but it has gotten better odds, and that's facts. Are you guys happy that Davante Adams is out of the NFC North? Let's do it like a 1 through 10. 1 being I'm not happy at all. 10, I'm extremely happy. Let me know in the comment section what number you are. Also, you guys need to check out Lions Nation Unite. Very great app. Go to lionsnationunite.com. Download the app made by Herman Moore. It is a social media for Lions fans. A Facebook, a YouTube, a Twitter, all in one. You can make videos. You can win prizes. It's a fun thing to do. You can follow them on Twitter as well, Lions Nation U. They do have a YouTube channel, Lions Nation Unite. Now let's talk about the big rumor of the day. There has been calls to trade for Robert Woods ever since Allen Robinson signed with the Los Angeles Rams yesterday. A lot of phone calls. As you know, the Detroit Lions have a lot of connections with the Rams. We got Josh Reynolds. Where was he at before Tennessee? He was a Ram connection with Jared Goff. Robert Woods with Jared Goff. Brad Holmes came from the Rams. And guess what? One of the teams rumored to have called is the Detroit Lions. Yes, they did. Let's look at his stats to see if it's worthy to make a trade for him. Last year, before he got injured, he was dominating. He had 45 receptions, 556 yards, 4 touchdowns, 12.4 average. Matthew Stafford was throwing him the football. Before Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff was throwing him the football. He was a big-time playmaker. He was making plays. Very important for their team. And when he went down, the regression of their offense took a dip. Then they got Odell Beckham Jr., and it got better. But Robert Woods was a big piece of the success early on for the Los Angeles Rams. Now he's a little bit older, near 30. That is something that you would have to look towards. His age, is that something the Lions would like to get? What would it cost to trade for a Robert Woods? Maybe a third-round pick. He did get injured. He should be good to go, though, for minicamp due to his injury. We do have 2 third-round picks. Would you throw a third-round pick to get Robert Woods? The wide receiver core would kind of be ridiculous at this point. You'd have Robert Woods, DJ Chark. You would have Quintez Cephas, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond. You'd go from one of the weakest positions of this team last year to one of the best strengths of this team at the wide receiver position. I think I would do it. I think I'd make a trade. I'd throw a third-round pick, get Robert Woods. His contract's not bad, and we would have a bona fide wide receiver core. I feel like the offense would be nearly complete at this point. Then we can focus on defense in the draft and maybe get a late-round wide receiver at that point, because there is depth to compete. I think that would definitely make the Lions offense much improved, focus on defense, and build this team what we need to get. Because we need a lot of help at the safety position, the linebacker position, the edge position. We need to get depth at cornerback. So there's a lot of needs out there, and throwing a third-round pick could help out the Lions. Let me know what you guys think. Again, that is the pinned comment. In the upcoming videos, we do have a video dropping tomorrow, the mailbag segment. Make sure you check that out. A lot of your comments is featured on there. I will have that for you tomorrow. And anytime there's breaking news, make sure you guys are back here. I will drop it. That's what it's all about, man, getting you the information. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. You need to hit that notification bell because who knows when something happens. If there's a trade that happens or if we sign a big free agent, whatever, that's what it's all about. Obviously, the One Pride podcast is on my channel every single Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're there to have a good time. Yeah, let's get at it, man. One Pride all the way. One Pride, do or die. Let's go.